As the 2025 NFL season approaches, all eyes are on Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Coming off a disappointing Super Bowl 59 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, where the Chiefs fell 40-22, Mahomes and his team are fueled by a hunger to reclaim their throne. With a revamped roster, a healthy receiving core, and Mahomes' unrelenting drive, the stage is set for a potentially historic campaign. This article dives into bold predictions, key storylines, and the electrifying hype surrounding Mahomes for the 2025 season. The 2024 season saw the Chiefs chasing an unprecedented three-peat, only to be dismantled by a dominant Eagles defense that sacked Mahomes 6 times, marking one of his worst big-game performances. Despite a solid regular season, where he completed 67.5% of his passes for 3,928 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, Mahomes faced challenges with an injury-plagued receiving core and an inconsistent offensive line. The loss left a sour taste, as Mahomes himself noted, but it's precisely this setback that's igniting expectations for 2025. Mahomes, a 3-time Super Bowl champion and 2-time NFL MVP, has a history of silencing doubters. Posts on X capture the sentiment. One fan predicts a monstrous 5,243 yards, 43 touchdowns, and a Super Bowl MVP, declaring, "He's coming for it all this SCN." Another highlights his subtle warning to the league about a revitalized offense. With the Chiefs restructuring Mahomes' contract to free up nearly $50 million in cap space, Kansas City has bolstered its roster, setting the stage for a potential return to dominance. Mahomes hasn't eclipsed 5,000 passing yards since his 2018 breakout season, but 2025 could mark a return to that elite threshold. The Chiefs' receiving core, featuring Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Marquise Hollywood Brown, is now healthy after injuries sidelined Rice and Brown for much of 2024. Worthy, the speedy rookie who led the team with 59 catches and 638 yards last season, showed big play potential with 2 50-yard receptions in the Super Bowl. Brown, who returned late in 2024 with minimal impact, is poised for a breakout with a full offseason to integrate into Andy Reid's scheme. Add in Travis Kelce, who at 35 remains a postseason force with 174 career playoff catches, and Mahomes has a versatile arsenal. One X post boldly predicts a 5,000 yards, 40-50 TD season if the offensive line holds up. With new additions like left tackle Jalen Moore and guard Trey Smith secured via the franchise tag, protection should improve, allowing Mahomes to exploit defenses deep. Expect him to average 300-plus yards per game, pushing him toward 5,100 yards and 42 touchdowns. Mahomes' 2024 regular season QBR of 68 ranked 8th, a dip from his usual dominance, but his clutch play, 6-1 when trailing in the fourth quarter, remains unmatched. Analysts like Kalen Kaler of ESPN predict Mahomes as a top MVP candidate, citing his post-Super Bowl motivation. "I've talked with his personal trainer, who saw firsthand how the first loss changed Mahomes, and based on that, I expect Mahomes to return with a new level of focus." His ability to elevate on third downs, 90 QBR, first in the NFL, and create separation for receivers, 3.9 yards at ball arrival, second in the league, underscores his elite processing. Despite competition from Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow, Mahomes' narrative, a quest for redemption with a stacked offense, could sway voters. If the Chiefs secure the AFC's #1 seed, as predicted by some, Mahomes' case strengthens. One X-user notes his upward trend from 2023, with improved completion percentage, plus 2.6%, QBR, plus 3.8, and a career-high 5 game-winning drives, signaling a return to MVP form. The Chiefs are perennial Super Bowl contenders, having reached 5 of the last 6. However, bold predictions suggest they'll fall short of a 4th title in 2025. The AFC is stacked, with Buffalo's Josh Allen, Baltimore's Lamar Jackson, and Cincinnati's Joe Burrow posing threats. Fox Sports predicts a Chiefs playoff miss, citing Philadelphia's blueprint of relentless pressure and a tougher AFC West with coaches like Jim Harbaugh and Sean Payton. Yet, Mahomes' 20-3 playoff record and 115.8 passer rating in the divisional round make a deep run likely. Expect Kansas City to reach the AFC Championship, driven by Mahomes' clutch gene, 6 wins in 9 playoff games when trailing in the fourth quarter. However, a resurgent Bills team, led by Allen, could finally topple them, as some analysts foresee Buffalo winning Super Bowl 60. Mahomes will deliver a heroic performance, potentially throwing for 700-plus playoff yards, but the Chiefs' defense, while stout, may struggle against elite offenses. Mahomes expressed optimism about his receiving core during off-season workouts, saying, "The offense has a chance to be really, really good." Last season's injuries forced reliance on Worthy and Kelce, but 2025 brings a fully operational trio of Rice, Worthy, and Brown. Rice, who emerged as a reliable target before his injury, and Brown, who showed promise in limited action, could each eclipse 1,000 yards. Mahomes' ability to stretch the field, as seen in Worthy's Super Bowl deep catches, will test secondaries. The addition of tight end Robert Tonyan adds another wrinkle, potentially recreating the explosive passing game of the Tyreek Hill era. While known for his arm, Mahomes' legs are quietly elite. PFF gave him a 91.5 rushing grade in 2024, second among QBs, and he's one of 4 quarterbacks to average 5+ yards per carry for 6 straight seasons. With 516 projected rushing yards and 3 touchdowns in 2025, per 1x post, Mahomes scrambling, 0.79 EPA per play, third highest, could be a game-changer. Against zone-heavy defenses like Philadelphia's, his ability to pull the ball on zone reads, as noted by CBS Sports, will be critical. Kelce, who mulled retirement after 2024, is back for at least one more season. His 18 playoff touchdowns with Mahomes are the most by any QB pass-catcher duo in NFL history. However, his regular season production waned last year, and Eagles linebacker Zach Bond's tight coverage in the Super Bowl limited his impact. If 2025 is Kelce's swan song, expect Mahomes to target him heavily in big moments, aiming for a storybook send-off. A Super Bowl run would be the perfect capstone for one of the greatest tight ends ever. Mahomes' blend of charisma, clutch play, and historic achievements makes him the NFL's premier storyline. At 29, he's already third in Super Bowl starts, 5, behind Tom Brady and John Elway, with the second most playoff wins, 20. His contract restructure, freeing up cap space for key signings like cornerback Christian Fulton, shows his commitment to winning. Fans on X are buzzing, with one calling him the GOAT ahead of Brady if he leads a historic drive in 2025. Even his off-field passion, tweeting about the NBA playoffs and NCAA tournament, adds to his relatable star power. Critics, like Fox Sports' Jason McIntyre, predict a Chiefs regression, doubting their playoff chances. Yet, betting against Mahomes has proven unwise. As ESPN's Adam Teicher reports, Mahomes' passing camp in Texas showcased a healthy, cohesive offense, raising expectations for explosive passing plays not seen since the Hill-Kelce peak. With Andy Reid's play calling and Steve Spagnuolo's defense, the Chiefs remain a juggernaut. Mahomes isn't flawless. His accuracy, a surprising weakness, saw a -2 completion percentage over expectation in 2024, with a 14% off-target rate. Shorter passes, 6.2 air yards per target, mitigated this, but against top defenses like Philadelphia's, #1 in total and pass defense, precision will be paramount. The Chiefs' offensive line, despite upgrades, must neutralize fronts led by players like Jalen Carter. Rivals like Buffalo, Baltimore, and Cincinnati will study Philadelphia's sack-heavy approach, testing Kansas City's protection. Patrick Mahomes enters 2025 with a chip on his shoulder and the tools to dominate. A 5,000-yard, 40-touchdown season is within reach, fueled by a healthy receiving core and improved line. An MVP award feels plausible, given his focus and third-down mastery. While a Super Bowl may elude the Chiefs, Mahomes' brilliance ensures a deep playoff push. The hype is real. Mahomes is the NFL's heartbeat, and 2025 could cement his case as the greatest quarterback ever. Mahomes' 2025 season. The big picture. Is this the year Mahomes solidifies his legacy as the greatest? Examining Mahomes' 2024 season, where he thrived and where he struggled. Setting the stage, expectations are higher than ever, but are they justified? The Chiefs' rebuilt offensive line, a game-changer. The impact of the new additions on Mahomes' protection. How the line's improvement will unlock Mahomes' full potential. The potential impact on the rushing game and play calling. New weapons emerge. Can Mahomes find another go-to target? The rise of Sky Moore. Will he become the next star receiver? The potential for the tight end group to contribute in a big way. The possibility of Mahomes extending his chemistry with Travis Kelce. The AFC West, a battleground for Mahomes' dominance. The Chargers are loaded, and Justin Herbert is a threat. The Raiders are a wild card, and Derek Carr has something to prove. The Broncos' defense is formidable, but their offense remains a question mark. Mahomes' legacy in the making, a look at the future. The pressure of trying to maintain a championship-caliber season. The potential for Mahomes to elevate his game and achieve greatness. What Mahomes' 2025 season means for his place in history. As the NFL gears up for the 2025 season, the football world has its eyes firmly fixed on one man, Patrick Mahomes. Already a two-time league MVP, three-time Super Bowl champion, and widely considered the face of the NFL, Mahomes enters the new season not just with expectations, but with a legacy on the line. Can he continue to redefine greatness? Or will the growing competition finally catch up? Here's a deep dive into the hype, predictions, and pressure surrounding Mahomes in 2025. Despite already owning a resume that would earn him first ballot Hall of Fame status, Mahomes reportedly came into training camp in the best shape of his career. Chiefs insiders say he's dropped a few pounds, tightened his throwing mechanics, and spent significant time studying film with new offensive assistants. After falling short in the AFC Championship in early 2025, Mahomes has taken a different tone. No TikTok dances. No flashy endorsements. Just football. "I've done a lot already. But I'm not satisfied," Mahomes told reporters at OTAs. "I want to be the greatest. No asterisk, no debate." The Chiefs' front office added some intriguing weapons this offseason, most notably Wr. Xavier Worthy, rookie speedster from Texas. Wr. Hollywood Brown, signed in free agency. T.E. Travis Kelce, returning for a potential final season. R.B. Isaiah Pacheco, bulking up for an every-down role. With Tyreek Hill long gone and JuJu Smith-Schuster out of the picture, 2025 will test Mahomes' chemistry with a newer, younger WR core. But if anyone can adapt quickly, it's the man who turned undrafted free agents into postseason weapons in 2023. Prediction: Mahomes throws for 5,200 yards, 42 TDs, and 9 INTs, his most efficient season since 2018. Vegas has Mahomes listed as the preseason MVP favorite at plus 450, ahead of Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and breakout candidate C.J. Stroud. It's a testament to his consistency and command over the game. But it's not just about numbers anymore, it's about narrative. If Mahomes wins a fourth MVP or fourth Super Bowl in 2025, the conversation will officially shift from best right now to best ever. Stat to watch: Mahomes currently averages 302.5 yards per playoff game, the most in NFL history. If he leads another postseason run, records will fall. The Chiefs are still the AFC's big dogs, but the path is steeper than ever. The Bengals, Ravens, Dolphins, and Texans are rising fast, and Aaron Rodgers' return to the Jets adds another wrinkle. Still, Mahomes' playoff performances are often his best. In the postseason, he's 14-3 with a 107.4 QB rating, 39 TDs, and just 7 picks. The question is no longer can he win, but how many more can he collect? Bold take: if Mahomes wins another Super Bowl this season, he enters the GOAT debate with Brady, not just for resume, but for dominance in a tougher pass-heavy era. At 29, Mahomes is entering his athletic prime with a resume that dwarfs most quarterbacks' entire careers. But greatness isn't just built on stats, it's built on era-defining moments. Think Jordan in '96. Brady in '07. Kobe in 2010. For Mahomes, 2025 is a statement year. A year to prove that his reign is far from over, that the league still belongs to number 15. Chiefs fans are calling this the revenge season. After falling short of a repeat in early 2025, the hunger is back in Kansas City. Jerseys are flying off the shelves, Arrowhead tickets are selling out, and social media is flooded with highlight reels predicting another MVP run. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, every platform is lit up with Mahomes highlights, breakdowns, and edits. And it's not just the fans. EA Sports has already teased Mahomes as the potential cover athlete for Madden 26. Patrick Mahomes is no longer the young gunslinger shocking the world. He's now the veteran face of the league, part magic, part machine, and fully locked in. The NFL might be deeper and more competitive than ever, but Mahomes remains the storm in the eye of chaos. And if this is indeed his best version yet, the rest of the league might just have to pray. Prediction: 13-4 record, AFC Championship win, Super Bowl LVIX appearance. Brace yourselves. Mahomes 2025 is not here to prove himself. He's here to claim his crown again. As the 2025 NFL season looms, Patrick Mahomes stands at the epicenter of football spotlight. After the Kansas City Chiefs' crushing 40-22 defeat to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59, Mahomes is poised for a redemption arc that could redefine his legacy. With a retooled roster, a healthy receiving core, and his trademark swagger, the stage is set for a season of fireworks. This expanded article dives deeper into bold predictions, emerging storylines, statistical breakdowns, and the feverish hype fueling Mahomes' 2025 campaign, incorporating fresh insights from recent analyses and ex-posts. The 2024 season was a roller coaster for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Despite a respectable 11-6 regular season, injuries to key receivers Rashee Rice and Marquise Brown, coupled with an offensive line that allowed 46 sacks, tied for fifth most in the NFL, exposed vulnerabilities. Mahomes still delivered, completing 67.5% of his passes for 3,928 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, with a 68 QBR, 8th in the league. However, the Super Bowl loss, where Philadelphia's ferocious defense sacked him 6 times and limited him to 224 yards, marked a low point. As Mahomes told reporters, "It stings, but it's fuel. We'll be back stronger." The Chiefs' front office responded aggressively, restructuring Mahomes' 10-year, $450 million contract to free up nearly $50 million in cap space, per ESPN. This facilitated key signings, including cornerback Christian Fulton and left tackle Jalen Moore, while retaining guard Trey Smith via the franchise tag. On X, fans are electric. One user predicts Mahomes will drop 5,500 yards and 45 TDs, while another claims that Super Bowl 50 was a wake-up call. Pat's about to go nuclear. With Andy Reid's genius and a revamped roster, Mahomes is primed to silence doubters. Mahomes last crossed 5,000 yards in 2018, but 2025 could see him shatter that mark. The Chiefs' receiving core is now a juggernaut. Rashee Rice, who missed 11 games in 2024, is back after posting 79 catches for 938 yards in 2023. Marquise Hollywood Brown, limited to 4 games last season, brings elite speed, 4.27 40-yard dash, while rookie Xavier Worthy's 4.21 second 40 time led to 59 catches and 638 yards in 2024, including 2 50-yard receptions in the Super Bowl. Tight end Travis Kelce, despite a dip in regular season production, remains a playoff cheat code with 174 career postseason receptions. Pro Football Focus projects Mahomes to throw for 5,200 yards and 45 touchdowns, citing his 3.9 yards of separation created at ball arrival, second in the NFL, and improved protection. The offensive line, bolstered by Moore and Smith, allowed just 2.1 sacks per game in the final 6 weeks of 2024, a stark improvement. An ex-post echoes this, with a healthy Rice, Brown, and Worthy, plus Kelce, Pat's hitting 300-plus yards a game easy. Expect Mahomes to exploit defenses with deep shots, 15-plus air yards on 22% of throws, and quick slants, pushing him toward 5,200 yards, 45 touchdowns, and a career-low 9 interceptions. Mahomes' 2024 QBR dip to 6.8 was his lowest since 2019, but his clutch metrics were unrivaled, a 6-1 record when trailing in the fourth quarter, a 90 QBR on third downs, first in the NFL, and 5 game-winning drives, career high. ESPN's Kalen Kaler predicts Mahomes as the 2025 MVP favorite, noting, his trainer said the Super Bowl loss flipped a switch. He's training like it's 2018 again. Mahomes' ability to read defenses pre-snap, 86% correct adjustments, per next-gen stats, and his 0.92 EPA per play under pressure, third in the league, highlight his elite processing. The MVP race will be fierce, with Josh Allen's dual-threat dominance, Lamar Jackson's rushing prowess, and Joe Burrow's precision in Cincinnati. However, Mahomes' narrative, bouncing back from a Super Bowl humiliation with a loaded offense, could tip the scales. If the Chiefs secure the AFC's #1 seed, projected 12-5 record by CBS Sports, his case is nearly ironclad. One ex-user points to his 2023 to 2024 growth, plus 2.6% completion rate, plus 3.8 QBR, and a 71% win rate in one-score games, signaling a return to 2018 to 2020 dominance. The Chiefs have reached 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls, and Mahomes' 20-3 playoff record is staggering. His 115.8 passer rating in divisional rounds and 6-0 record when trailing by double digits in the postseason scream clutch. Yet, some analysts predict a 2025 playoff ceiling. Fox Sports' Jason McIntyre forecasts a Chiefs playoff miss, citing Philadelphia's blueprint. Relentless pressure. Mahomes faced a 42% pressure rate in the Super Bowl, highest of his career, and a loaded AFC West with Denver's Sean Payton and the Chargers' Jim Harbaugh. Still, Mahomes' playoff wizardry, think his 13-second drive against Buffalo in 2022, makes an AFC championship appearance likely. Expect him to throw for 800-plus playoff yards, leveraging Worthy's speed and Kelsey's red zone prowess. However, a resurgent Buffalo Bills team, led by Josh Allen, projected 4,800 total yards, could end Kansas City's run in a 38-35 thriller, as Sports Illustrated predicts. The Chiefs' defense, while elite, number 4 in points allowed in 2024, may falter against Buffalo's balanced attack, denying Mahomes a fourth ring. Mahomes' deep ball is his calling card, and 2025 could see him set a new standard. In 2024, he completed 41% of passes 20-plus yards downfield for 1,042 yards and 9 touchdowns, per PFF. With Worthy and Brown's sub-4.3 speed, expect that completion rate to climb to 45%, with 1,300 deep yards and 12 touchdowns. Next-gen stats show Mahomes' 8.7-second average time to throw on deep passes, longest in the NFL, allows him to wait for receivers to break open. And ex-post raves, Worthy and Hollywood are gonna eat on go routes. Pat's dropping 15-plus deep TDs. This efficiency could push Kansas City's offense to 420 points, tops in the AFC. Mahomes called his 2025 receiving group the deepest we've had during OTAs, per Yahoo Sports. Rashee Rice, who averaged 7.3 targets per game in 2023, is a possession receiver with YAC ability, 5.6 yards after catch. Brown's 2022 season with Arizona, 709 yards in 12 games, hints at his potential as a number 1 option. Worthy, despite rookie growing pains, ranked 3rd among rookies in yards per route run, 1.9. Together, they form a trio capable of 2,800 combined yards. Tight end Robert Tonyan, signed as a red zone threat, adds depth, while rookie Carson Steele could emerge as a receiving back, replacing Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This group allows Reed to revive the 2018 to 2020 playbook, vertical routes, jet motion, and RPO concepts. Mahomes' 0.91 EPA per play on play action, second in the NFL, will exploit defenses overcommitting to the run. The Athletic notes that Rice and Brown's health could lead to 10-plus explosive plays per game, reminiscent of the Tyreek Hill era. Mahomes' legs are an underappreciated weapon. His 91.5 PFF rushing grade in 2024 trailed only Lamar Jackson, and his 5.1 yards per carry over 6 seasons is elite. He scrambled for 447 yards and 4 touchdowns last year, with a 0.79 EPA per scramble, 3rd in the NFL. In 2025, expect 550 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns, as defenses focus on containing his arm. CBS Sports highlights his zone read effectiveness against 4-3 defenses, like Philadelphia's, where he gained 68 yards on 3 keepers in the Super Bowl. And X-Post predicts Pat's running for 600 if teams keep dropping 7 in coverage. At 35, Travis Kelce is defying father time, but 2024 saw his regular season snaps drop to 68%, lowest since 2016. His 18 playoff touchdowns with Mahomes are unmatched, but the Super Bowl exposed vulnerabilities, with Eagles linebacker Zach Bond holding him to 3 catches for 28 yards. Kelce's return for 2025, potentially his final season, adds emotional weight. Mahomes will lean on him in clutch moments, targeting him 100-plus times. A Super Bowl run would cement Kelce's Hall of Fame case, and one ex-user dreams of a Kelce walk-off TD in the big game. The Chiefs' defense, led by Steve Spagnuolo, was a 2024 bright spot, ranking 4th in points allowed, 17.6 per game, and 2nd in red zone efficiency, 44.7%. Cornerback Trent McDuffie's All-Pro play and Chris Jones' 12.5 sacks masked defensive struggles. In 2025, Fulton's addition and L'Jarius Sneed's return via trade bolster the secondary, potentially limiting opponents to 3,200 passing yards, 3rd fewest in 2024. This gives Mahomes shorter fields, boosting his scoring chances. The Guardian notes, A top-5 defense means Pat needs only 24 points to win most games. Mahomes' star power is unmatched. At 29, he's third in Super Bowl starts, 5, trailing only Brady and Elway, with 20 playoff wins, second all-time. His off-field charisma, tweeting about the Kansas City Royals playoff push or hyping NCAA March Madness, makes him a fan favorite. X posts are ablaze. One calls him the GOAT at 30 if he wins MVP and SB, while another marvels at his 12-2 record against top 10 defenses since 2020. Even critics, like Fox Sports' Colin Cowherd, admit you can't bet against Mahomes in January. His Texas passing camps, attended by Rice, Worthy, and Brown, showcased chemistry, with viral clips of 60-yard bombs. ESPN's Adam Teicher reports a return to 2018-level explosiveness, with Mahomes throwing 15% more deep passes in minicamp. The $50 million cap space from his restructure, hailed as team-first genius on X, underscores his leadership. Yet, skeptics like McIntyre warn of regression, pointing to the AFC's depth and Philadelphia's defensive template. Mahomes' 2024 accuracy struggles, -2 completion percentage over expectation, 14% off-target rate, must be addressed. His 6.2 air yards per target, the lowest since 2017, reflected a conservative approach to protect an injured line. Against elite defenses like Philadelphia, number 1 in pass defense, 184 yards allowed per game, precision is non-negotiable. The offensive line, while improved, faces tests from pass rushers like Jalen Carter and Max Crosby. The AFC's gauntlet, Buffalo, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and a rising Houston, will challenge Mahomes' 8-4 record against playoff teams in 2024. Injuries remain a wild card. Rice's 2024 absence exposed depth issues, and Kelsey's age raises durability concerns. If Worthy or Brown misses time, rookie J.K. Dobbins, 4.8 yards per carry in.